Hi guys, are you ready to learn math? Okay, I'm ready to teach you math lesson, fourth lesson, mobile learning, and we're going to learn how to practice telling time. Remember, God wants us to use our time wisely, right? Be good stewards of time. And right now, that's what you're doing. You are sitting down and you're listening and you're using the time that you have wisely. You're listening and learning. All right, just wanted you to make sure that God's watching you and you're doing the right thing right now. All right, I love you. So let's move on to our lesson today. We're going to practice, like I said, telling time. We've been on this unit for the past few days, and I know you love playing with your little clock. I have one just like you too. So we're going to use this as a tool, and we're going to make sure that we follow along with me on the paper. Okay? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to just review a couple of things. All right? So we're going to talk about this long hand right here, the blue hand. Now, when you have a regular clock, you're not going to always have your hands color coded. But in this case, we're learning, and this fun little learning tool is colored in beautiful colors of blue and red. So the blue hand is the hand that's going to tell the minutes. The tall hand is usually touching the numbers, right? And look at the small hand, the red hand. That is the short hand, the hour hand. Now, let's go over a few things. Remember, we talked about that each time the minute hand, which is the blue hand, goes around the entire face of the clock, that means that 60 minutes have passed. So anytime that you see the minute hand touch a number, then 5 minutes have passed by. So you can skip count by fives, and we'll go a little bit faster. Instead of going each minute, we'll just go and skip count to the 1 and the 2. We're going to go on and we're counting by fives. All right? So let's move like this. You get your clock. Do you have your clock out? Okay, go get it. You got it? Okay, good. So we're going to start. 5, right there, even though it's pointing to the 1, but remember 5 minutes have passed, so it's not 1, 2. You're going to skip count by fives. Ready? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Remember that we talked about when the number 6 is covered by the minute hand, that means it's 30. Okay, we're just going to briefly touch that, but we're going to go on and I'll explain more. 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. So right there, 60 minutes have gone by and it is now 12 o'clock. Remember, when the minute hand is touching the 12, it is o'clock. And right there it says o'clock because both hands are on the 12. Do you see that? Okay, so if we go around the clock again, the minute hand, do you notice it moved to the 1 o'clock right there? So now it is 1 o'clock. 60 minutes went by and now the hour has changed to the next hour, all right, which is 1. So boys and girls, if the minute hand goes around the clock again, then what time is it? Did you say 2 o'clock? Good, you got it. Because then it goes around again, and then the hour hand moves to 2 o'clock. All right? Very good. So remember, briefly, when the minute hand goes around the face of the clock one entire time, that means the hour will move also. The hour hand will move, okay? Now, what about if it moves only halfway, like this? Halfway, it doesn't go all the way to the 12. Then what time would that be? Remember, this hand is between the 2 and 3. The hour hand is between 2 and 3. So what you're going to do is you're going to call out the first hour, which is 2. Which one comes first, 2 or 3? 2. 2:30. Remember, it's not o'clock anymore because now the minute hand is pointing to the 6. So it's 2:30. 2:30. If it goes around all the way to the 12, then it's 3 o'clock. Now let's go again. 3:30, right? Set your time for 3:30. So 30 minutes will pass, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and now it's 4 o'clock. Let's do another 30 minutes, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Now it's 4:30. And that's how the o'clock and the 30 hour is told. All right? I know I went over it a little bit quick, but you could rewind this video and we can learn again together, okay? All righty. So the next thing we're going to learn is we're going to go ahead and go over our paper. So before we go on to that, let me show you here on the board. You see how this is 7 o'clock. Remember, we learned digital time means that when there is the number that's on the left side of the colon, the double dots, is the time, which is 7. And any numbers that are on the right side of the colon is the minutes. They're the minutes. And right now, since it's 00, it's o'clock. 7 o'clock. So to match the digital time to the analog time, we need to move this, right? Because that's not showing 7 o'clock. So let's set it together. We're going to move it all the way, going round and round. Keep going. All the way to 7 o'clock. Okay, let's see, that's 6 o'clock, 6:30, 7. You see that? That will be 7 o'clock. Right there, it would match the analog time, the digital time. So that is the analog, and this is the digital. See how it matches? So o'clock means 00. It's like analog when the minute hand is pointing to the 12. This side over here, 7 o'clock, it's like if it's pointing the hour hand to the 7. So they would match. All right? That's how you would know 7, 7. And so that's what we're going to do on our paper. So let's take a look at our paper. Here we go. Does everybody have this paper here? And it's page 255. Yep, 255. There we go. You see it? All righty. So let's take a look. Read it with me. Put your finger on that first, the directions, and read it with me. It says, draw or write the correct time. Draw or write. So that means they're going to want you to either write it here or you're going to draw the hands. Are you ready? Don't be frustrated because I'm not going to ask you to draw the arrows because I know some of you get frustrated drawing the arrows. So just a line will be fine. Okay? All right, here we go. The first one, they want you to first look at the digital time. And that digital time says 7:00, just like the one on the board. So you would just be drawing the two lines like this. Remember, the shorthand is pointing to the 7, and the long hand, the hour hand, is pointing to the 12. So this would be the way that you're drawing it, 7 o'clock, right? And then I'll give you one more example. You can finish the paper on your own, and then we'll turn to the back as well. Again here, 3:30. This one's a tricky one because it's not o'clock, remember. So what we're going to do is we're going to first draw the little hand is between the 3 and the 4, like this. So I'm going to write it and I'm going to look at it so you could look at it. I'm going to put it on this little clock. So see how the hour hand is going to be between the 3 and the 4. All right. And then the long hand is going to be on the 6. And that's going to say the right time that they want you to draw, 3:30 on your paper. So you're just going to draw it like this. Okay, so you do the last one by yourself, and then I'm going to give you an example with this one. Now let's read the analog time. There is the minute hand on the 6, so that means 30. The minutes are going to be 30. And where is the hour hand? Between the 11 and the 12. So we're going to write 11, and then we're going to write 30 on the right hand of the dots. So that would be the digital time matching the analog time. And you do this with your mom and dad right here or on your own. Okay, very good. You're getting it. I know you're getting it. All right, this is a fun one because on the back here, they're telling you to look for the apples. So look at your paper, and do you see that there's an apple there? An apple? So look at your clock. What number is matching the apple, where the apple is? 8, right? So you're going to write 8. And look at the pizza. Look for the pizza on the clock. Where is the pizza? On the 12, right? So you're going to write o'clock. 8 o'clock. So the first answer is 8 o'clock because you're looking for the apple and you're looking for the minute hand is pointing to the pizza. So you're 8:00. Let's do this one together. The banana, let's do number 2 together. That's the birthday cake. Where is the birthday cake on the analog? Oh, it's right here. So it's on the left side of the dots. So that's the hour hand. So it's 1. And then what's on the right side of the dots? What is that? Lettuce, right? It's a salad. So you're looking for where the salad is on the clock. Where is it matching? The 6. So you're just going to write 6, or are you going to write 30? You're going to write 30 because remember, it's not 1:06 o'clock or 1:30. You're just going to write a 30 because remember when the hand is pointing to the 6, it's 1:30, 2:30, right? So then this time will be 1:30 because the hour is pointing to the cake, 1, and then the salad is at the 6, which is 30 minutes past the hour, half past the hour. Okay, so 1:30, 8 o'clock. You can do these two together with your mom and dad or whoever can help you with your paper. And if you have any problems, you can also just call me. All right, and I'll be happy to help you. All right, I hope you understood. And we'll be going over clock again tomorrow, so don't worry. We'll review what we learned today. Okay, I love you and I miss you, and I hope that you enjoyed this lesson. All right, bye-bye. Have a great day.